service anyway. My name is Emily Wilmer, and I'm the rector here at St. John's, and I welcome our Church Hill neighbors and friends for our annual Vespers service of light. I would also like to thank Lisa Kana, Bernie Flack, Suzanne Lee, and all those in the Church Hill Neighborhood Association who've made this evening's events possible. Some of you may know this already, but our parish was formed in 1611 as the Henrico Parish. And when we built this church in 1741, we moved here, and we have been worshiping here ever since. We are an active, inclusive, Episcopal congregation, and we worship on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m., and you're welcome to come back anytime. All are welcome in this sacred and historic place. Our service will continue in your service bulletins, and please follow along as you wish. Light and peace in the name of our Creator.
Thanks be to God.
If I say, surely the darkness will cover me, and the light around me turn to night,
darkness is not dark to you, God. The night is as bright as the day. Darkness and light to you are both alike.
Let us pray. Grant us, God, the lamp that never fails, that it may burn in us and shed its light on those around us, and that by its brightness we may have a vision of that holy city where dwells your true and never failing light. Amen.
A reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who lived in a land of deep darkness, on them light has shined. You have multiplied the nation, you have increased its joys. For a child has been born for us, a son given to us. Authority rests upon his shoulders, and he is named Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. His authority shall grow continually, and there shall be endless peace for the throne of David and his kingdom. He will establish and uphold it with justice and with righteousness from this time onward and forevermore. The zeal of hosts will do this.
In the name of the one who gives us life, heals our hearts, and leads us to the light. Amen. Please be seated. And thank you for your patience with the microphone. We had a funeral service here today, and my power pack was on all day, and it died before the service began. So I appreciate your patience. As many of you have noticed, light figures prominently in tonight's service. Not only in the words of the prophet Isaiah that you've heard just now, or in our prayers and hymns, but also in the candles that we light. The ritual of candle lighting during evening Vespers has been with us since the 6th century, which served a practical purpose, of course, but also a symbolic one, signifying the infinite light of love that shines through eternity. Light figures prominently outside the church, too. Everywhere we find strings of light threaded across streets, in shop windows, on housetops and balconies, and on Christmas trees. And while these festive lights during this time of year might have a Christian history, their origin is actually much earlier. You see, the reason that Christmas came to be celebrated on December 25th is because that was the day that the Roman Empire observed the birthday of the unconquered sun. The Roman festival was celebrated when the winter days again began to lengthen and the sun rose higher in the sky, in that pivot point, just after the winter solstice. The early Christians thought that this would be the opportune time to celebrate the birth of Christ, who they understood to be the light of the world. However it is that you understand the history and the symbolism of this season's festal light, we all innately crave light. Whether we suffer from seasonal affective disorder or the darkness we hear daily in the news, or simply feel that we're in the dark about the unfolding of our own life, we crave light and enlightenment. The festal lights that we see most everywhere this season are reminders of how common and how deep our yearning for real light actually is, and to the depths of our souls. So here are some thoughts about light that I have been pondering for tonight. First of all, the idea of eternal light, whether you understand it as the light of God or the source of the universe or simply the light of love, doesn't play favorites. It shines on everyone, no matter how much you might feel in the dark. I think that we all know deep down that when we face this light of love and life, it can make a remarkable difference in our attitude, our day, our sense of purpose. So, especially during these dark December days,
dare to turn your faces toward this light and what it reveals to you about yourself, the miraculous truth of your aliveness, your giftedness, not as a critical or condemning light, but as an adoring light. Second, I encourage you to seek opportunities to shine this light into the face of others with generosity. William Blake writes, "We are put on earth a little space that we may learn to bear the beams of love." Do that. Presume that the reason you are yet alive for as much as one more day is to participate in the life and light and love of our Creator. Receive that light and mirror it to someone else who might otherwise never know it in their lifetime, or even just today, how much they are loved. As Hildegard of Bingen said in the 12th century, every creature is a glittering, glistening mirror of the divine. Lastly, if that divine light seems hidden from you just now, consider what might be blocking it. Anger, resentment, disdain, envy, all these things crimp the conduit of light and leave you opaque with little or little that is good to reflect upon your own life and upon others. What helps with this, and I know you have heard this before, is gratitude. As a dear friend reminds me, thankfulness turns on our inner light. And if at this moment you're having trouble feeling grateful, simply be thankful for now, for right now, for your ability to breathe, for the colors of this season, for the music and harmony that we hear during tonight's service, for the children chirping in church, for the neighbors who surround you, for someone who has stood by you and who has not forgotten you. As Christmas approaches, if you are asking the question, maybe desperately, whether the light is with you, I suggest you ask instead, how is it with you? Because the light, that inner light, is with you. Whether the landscape of your life is brightly illuminated right now, or whether the shadows loom large. And so, when you go forth into the night together with a candle in your hands, let that candle remind you of this blessed light that always comes to waken the dawn, to enlighten the eyes of your heart, to illuminate the way ahead. No matter how chattery or cloudy or clear that path may be. Amen. Welcome again to all of you who are gathering with us today. I have a few announcements in the interlude in our service. First, I would like to let you know that during our offertory anthem, we'll be passing offering plates, which will benefit Peter Paul Center and St. John's Music Ministry, and we're grateful for your generosity. And I'd also like to right now invite Suzanne Lee to come forward and make some announcements about this evening's events and other areas of interest in the Church Hill Neighborhood Association.
Reverend Wilmer, thank you. The Church Hill Association is again filled with gratitude that Vespers service is the kickoff to our annual candlelight walk. And at the close of the service, we'll be asking you to please pick up a candlelight at the front door and then join the bagpipes and the crowd as we parade to Libby Hill Park with our candlelights reminding us of our freedoms and peace. The candlelight walk this year is dedicated to the memory of Derek Christian. Derek Christian lost his life in service to our Church Hill community and our parks earlier this year. His family is with us this evening, and I'm going to ask you to please stand. We carry Derek in our hearts, and we feel your loss, and we miss him too. Would you join me, please? I want to introduce the Reverend Curtis Bowman, a cousin of Derek, and he wants to say just a couple words.
I'd just like to say good evening to everyone. To my family, to the mother of Derek, Frida, who's in the house, and all of my family members. I just want to let you all know that was a tragic. Derek, for some of you all don't know, Derek was killed at Libby Hill Park sometime, and the family is still suffering. For those of you who don't know, when you lose a loved one, that's a tragedy. And to my cousin and the rest of the family members, we are still asking prayers. But first of all, I'm here to thank everyone for all your prayers, letters, phone calls, which means a lot to the family. Don't want to miss nothing tonight because we have so much to be thankful for. First, I want to thank the Church Hill Association for their likes of kind and loveness. I want to thank you all for being there for us at the time of bereavement. I want to thank the city of Richmond, all Derek's friends who was at the funeral. I just want to say it was so many city of Richmond employees there. I had to say that I thought they had shut the city down because they were very supportive of Derek's homegoing service. So I want to thank them as well. All of you have been so supportive to the family. And I know his mother, she's right there. I know she wants to thank each and every one of you. Like I said, it's been a tragic. Frida, raise your hand. That's his mother right there. And she's been going through a lot, but through the grace of God, we're making it. So we just want to thank everybody. Thank everybody for your prayers, your calls, which means a lot. It's been tough. It's been a tough road. But again, we want to thank everybody. Amen. You all have a blessed and wonderful holiday season. Y'all can say it.
Please stand as you are able. And if you'd like, please turn to page 121 in the red prayer books in your pews, and let us say the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom,
and the power and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Keep watch, dear Lord, with those who work or watch or weep this night, and give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend the sick, give rest to the weary, bless the dying, soothe the suffering, pity the afflicted, shield the joyous, and all for your love's sake. Amen. Oh God, we give you thanks for surrounding us with the brightness of the Vesper light. And we ask that as you enfold us with the radiance of this light, so you would shine into our hearts the brightness of your Spirit. Amen.
Life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who are traveling the journey with us. So be swift to love, make haste to be kind, and the blessing of God who made us, who saves us, and who travels with us be with us all, now and forever. Amen.
Let us go forth with joy and wonder in all of God's works. Amen.